The Bhagavad Gita, often called the Gita, is a 700-verse Hindu scripture. It is part of the epic Mahabharata. Imagine a battlefield. Two armies face each other. Prince Arjuna is riddled with doubt. He questions the meaning of it all. His charioteer, Krishna, is actually God in disguise. Krishna counsels Arjuna. He reveals profound truths about life, death, and the universe. The Gita's wisdom is timeless. It speaks to the human condition. We all face battles within ourselves. We grapple with our thoughts and emotions. The Gita offers guidance. It shows us the path to self-realization. This essay focuses on chapter 13. This chapter is called Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Chapter 13 delves into a fundamental duality. This is the duality of the body and the soul. Krishna uses an analogy. He compares the physical body to a field, Kshetra. The soul is the knower of the field, Kshetrajna. This chapter explains our existence. We are not just our physical bodies. We are eternal beings. We inhabit these bodies temporarily. The field represents the material world. It includes our senses, emotions, and thoughts. The knower is our true self. It observes the field but remains separate. Imagine a farmer observing his field. The farmer is distinct from the land he cultivates. Similarly, the soul observes the body and mind. It is not bound by them. Kshetra, the field, is constantly changing. It is subject to birth, growth, decay, and death. The material world is impermanent. Our bodies are part of this impermanence. They are like clothes that we wear and eventually discard. The Kshetra is also a place of action, karma. Every action creates a reaction. This cycle of karma binds us to the material world. The Kshetra includes our 5 senses. These senses perceive the external world. They can also be a source of distraction and attachment. Our emotions, both positive and negative, are also part of the field. They can cloud our judgment. Our thoughts, memories, and desires all belong to the Kshetra. They make up our mental landscape. Kshetrajna, the knower, is our true self. It is beyond the physical body and the mind. It is the eternal witness. The Kshetrajna is pure consciousness. It is unchanging and unaffected by the world. Imagine a mirror reflecting various objects. The mirror itself remains unchanged. Similarly, the self witnesses the world. It remains untouched by its experiences. The Kshetrajna is often compared to the light of awareness. This light illuminates our experiences. It is the source of our ability to perceive. The Kshetrajna is the eternal I. It is the subject of our experiences, not the object. Understanding the Kshetrajna is crucial. It is the key to liberation from suffering. Section 5. Ahamkara, the illusion of ego. Ahamkara, the ego, is a major obstacle to self-realization. It is the part of us that clings to the idea of individuality and separateness. It is a false sense of self, a construct of the mind that creates an illusion of identity. The ego identifies with the body and mind, attaching itself to our thoughts, emotions, and physical form. It creates a sense of separation from the true self, the essence that is beyond the physical and mental realms. Imagine a wave in the ocean. The wave may think it is separate, but it is, in essence, still water. Similarly, the ego believes it is separate from the whole, failing to recognize its true nature. The ego is like a wave that forgets it is part of the ocean, believing in its own individuality. It fails to see its connection to the universal consciousness, the infinite expanse of existence. The ego is attached to possessions, status, and sensory pleasures, constantly seeking external validation. It craves validation from the external world, always looking for approval and recognition. This attachment leads to suffering, as the external world is ever-changing and unreliable. When our desires are fulfilled, we experience temporary happiness, a fleeting sense of joy. When they are not, we feel disappointment and pain, a sense of loss and emptiness. The ego is constantly seeking, always in pursuit of something more, something better. It is never truly satisfied, for it is chasing an illusion, a mirage that can never be grasped. Section 6. Atman, the eternal self. Atman, the true self, is often translated as soul or spirit. It is the essence of our being. The Atman is beyond the ego. It is pure consciousness, untouched by the fluctuations of the mind. Imagine a drop of water merging back into the ocean. It loses its individual identity. It becomes one with the vastness. Similarly, when we realize our true self, we connect with the universal consciousness. The Atman is eternal and unchanging. It is not subject to birth or death. It is the witness of our experiences. The Atman is often described as Sat Chit Ananda. This means truth consciousness bliss. It is the source of our true happiness. Section 7. Individual and universal. Two sides of the same coin. The Gita teaches that individual consciousness, or Atman, and universal consciousness, or Brahman, are ultimately one. This profound teaching emphasizes that while we may perceive ourselves as separate entities, we are all part of a greater whole. Imagine a forest with countless trees. Each tree stands tall, reaching for the sky, growing in its own unique way. Each tree is unique, with its own shape, size, and characteristics, yet they are all part of the same forest, sharing the same soil, water, and sunlight. Similarly, each individual soul is unique, with its own experiences, thoughts, and emotions, but it is also part of the universal consciousness, interconnected with all other souls. This concept is beautifully expressed in the Chandogya Upanishad, one of the oldest and most revered texts in Indian philosophy. A famous analogy is used to illustrate this profound truth. A father tells his son to bring him a fruit from a fig tree, a simple yet powerful request. The son brings the fruit, curious about what his father intends to show him. The father asks him to open it, revealing the inner workings of the fruit. The son opens it and sees many tiny seeds, each one a potential tree. The father then asks him to break open a seed, delving even deeper into the mystery of life. Inside, he finds a tiny speck, almost invisible to the naked eye. The father explains, just as this tiny speck contains the essence of the fig tree, so too does the Supreme Self reside within you. This tiny speck holds the potential to grow into a mighty tree, just as the essence of the universe resides within each of us. This illustrates the interconnectedness of all beings, showing that we are all threads in the vast tapestry of existence, each one essential, each one connected. Section 8. Samkhya, the philosophy of duality. The Gita draws upon the Samkhya philosophy. Samkhya is one of the 6 schools of Hindu philosophy. It emphasizes the duality of Purusha, which is consciousness, and Prakriti, which is matter. Purusha is the witness, the observer. Prakriti is the observed, the material world. This duality is similar to the Kshetra Kshetrajna distinction. According to Samkhya, liberation comes from realizing the difference between Purusha and Prakriti. We free ourselves from suffering when we identify with Purusha, the eternal witness. The Gita integrates this concept into its teachings. It emphasizes the importance of self-knowledge. To know oneself is to know the divine. Section 9. The battlefield within. The battlefield of Kurukshetra, where the Gita unfolds, is symbolic. It is not just a physical location, but a representation of the internal conflicts we all face. It represents the battlefield within each of us, where our thoughts, emotions, and desires clash. Our senses, desires, and emotions wage war within, creating a constant struggle for balance and peace. The chariot in the Gita represents the human body, a vessel navigating through life's challenges. The horses symbolize our senses, which can either lead us astray or guide us to our true path. The reins represent the mind, which must be strong and disciplined to control the senses. Arjuna's dilemma mirrors our own internal struggles, the moments of doubt and confusion we all experience. Do we give in to our lower impulses, the temptations that pull us away from our higher purpose? Or do we strive for self-mastery, seeking to rise above our base desires and achieve inner peace? Krishna's guidance offers a way out of this turmoil, providing wisdom and clarity. He teaches us to become masters of our senses, to control our minds and emotions. He shows us the path of self-realization, a journey towards understanding our true nature. This involves understanding the true nature of the self, recognizing our divine essence. This understanding liberates us from the cycle of karma and suffering, freeing us from the bonds of ignorance. The Gita's message is universal, transcending time and culture. It calls upon us to look within, to find the strength and wisdom that lies inside. We must recognize the divine spark within ourselves, embracing our true potential and purpose.